Hi, my name is Jason Hoyland, financial advisor at Navigation Wealth Management. Been advising for over 16 years now and been with SJP since about 2015. Something that resonates with me from a personal perspective whenever I'm going through financial planning meetings with my clients is protection. Some clients would associate that with things like life insurance and critical illness cover. But it certainly hit home with me when I experienced my own, critical illness back in 2016. I was diagnosed with something called a meningioma, which falls under the category through most critical illness policies of brain tumour. Luckily, touch wood, it was benign, but it certainly impacted me and my family greatly when it did happen. Luckily, I was in a very fortunate position where I had life insurance and critical illness cover with a company called Legal and General, one of the providers that we can offer through our protection service at Navigation Wealth Management. It not only covered me from a critical illness perspective for quite a large sum that helped me pay off my mortgage in full. That really relieved a lot of pressure for me and my family during that quite emotional time, really. But on top of that, luckily as well, I had an income protection policy which covered my income around about 70% of what I was earning at the time, when I was off literally recovering for a period of around about 18 months. Again, relieved the pressure from my wife not having to take like a second job out or go back to work on a full-time basis because she was part-time at that time. But also meant with the income coming in and the mortgage fully paid off, we didn't have to worry about things that would have affected us massively if I didn't have the protection in place. There are many providers out there. I just happened to get lucky and choose the one that had a very good payout percentage. We can offer different levels of cover and different types of plan. And with medical advances, the number of critical illnesses that are covered nowadays are far more extensive than they were before, which is also why I think it's important to review existing policies that you might have in place as well, just to see if they're up to speed, just to see if they cover the right level of conditions, and just to see if there's anything extra out there that you can potentially look at taking out that might be a lot better cover for a very small additional cost. Protection is a small element of the financial advice service that we provide. Most clients will probably disregard it because they might come to us asking for pension advice, ISA advice, savings advice, sometimes inheritance tax planning as well. But for me, the conversation always starts with what's important to you. Is it wealth? Is it retirement? Is it building up a strong estate so that you can retire when you want? Or is it your immediate family? That for me, based on my experience, is pretty much what came first. Everything goes out the window when something like that happens, like a serious event. And I think it's just making sure you've got the provision in place to provide you with that reassurance, that ability to take as long as you wish before you go back to work, but also make sure that your estate is in a healthier position because the liabilities would be effectively paid off in full, assuming you have the right level of cover in place, but also that your income's protected and you don't have to rush back to work. Having a financial planning meeting with your partner at Navigation Wealth Management is probably the first step to ensuring you've got the right provisions in place. From then on, you can start to talk about other agenda items, but I would say this would be the very first place that we would start. It doesn't take long. You can produce quotes and illustrations very quickly based on clients' individual circumstances and needs, assuming you choose the right policy, the right term, the right sum assured, and also that you're happy with the cover and what's been provided to you from your partner at St James's Place. Yeah, and I think it's just worth having a look. It's just something that we would always provide to clients in terms of a quote or an illustration, especially if you've got younger family members who might have just got onto the property ladder, might need to protect that mortgage, or people who've remortgaged that you potentially would know. Yeah, if you'd like to reach out, go through the website or give us a call.